Hi everyone, it's Hannah Gladstone, your Dean of Students and Director of Residential Life and Housing at Thomas. I want to spend a few minutes to give you some information and make sure you have all of the plans that are in place for you to return to housing when you return in January of 2021. So let's take a look at what that means for you and how to plan for your return. So let's get started on what to plan for. As resident students, when you returned in either August or September, you're going to notice a lot of similarities to the plan for you to return in January. The very first thing you're going to do is click the link in this email to jump onto Google Forms. You're going to see several days and times available that weekend before classes begin for the spring semester that you can actually sign up to return. You do need to select a day and time so we can plan for your arrival, and we'll connect with you to confirm that. Once you're on Google Forms, you're going to rank order all of the choices from your first choice to your last choice. You're going to want to sign up as early as possible. I'll be taking all requests in the order they're received. And just to keep in mind, again, those spaces are limited for each of the time slots. We need to make sure that we have enough time to get students through our testing site. And because of that, we're going to have to limit the number going through during each one, much like you did in the fall. Once you've signed up, you will receive a confirmation email within that week to confirm the day and time of your return. Please keep in mind though, as you're rank ordering your choices, even though you have a first choice, it might not be available at the time I go to plug you in for that. And I'm going to try to get your second choice if that works, and then go from there. Again, the earlier you sign up for a time slot, the better your chances of getting into that. Once you're on the Google Forms, you're going to notice a screen very similar to this, and unfortunately it does not put your days and times in order. So take a look at your options. On Saturday, January 16th, you have some opportunities to return to campus between 12 and 4 in the afternoon. On Sunday, January 17th, your times will be expanded a little bit from 9 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon. And then again on Monday, January 18th, we have very limited spaces between 9 and noon that morning. So take a look, make sure you understand that they might not be in order when you see them, but you're going to want to rank order those, slide them up and down so that your first choice is at the top, your last choice would be right at the bottom. Once your time is confirmed, you're going to be all set. You'll have that email from me confirming your day and time, and then you can plan your return to campus in January based on that. If you're going to be returning from an exempt state on that date and time that you have scheduled, the very first thing you're going to do when you get to campus is go directly to the gym lobby. You're going to be screened there by staff. Please, please, please do not go directly to your residence hall. Don't go to the testing site first. You need to get screened. That's going to be the first step to check in for January. Little different than when you arrived in August or September when we were able to screen you on the entryway into campus. This time we're going to be doing that right in the gym lobby. That way you stay warm, our staff stays warm, and we get everything done that needs to make sure we have a safe return for you. After you are screened, you're going to be directed through the gym to the testing site. Once you get to that testing site, you'll be welcomed by the staff there for your very first spring 2021 COVID test from Thomas. Once your test is done, you will receive a bracelet, much like you did in the fall, that's going to clear you for returning into the residence halls. You're going to get that wristband put on. Then you'll head over to your residence halls. GPH residents, you're going to go right to that GPH front lobby by where the cars are in the front to either unload or to check in with staff. If you are a Bartlett or Village resident, you need to go directly to the Bartlett lobby to check in with Res Life staff there. Hinman, you're going to go to your lobby, and Townhouse residents, you'll go to Townhouse Unit 5 in that common space. Please be sure to get in with an RA or Res Life staff member first before going to your residence halls. You do need to check in so that they can mark you as present, check your band, and then you can go to your rooms. Just a reminder, as our policies state, only our resident students are permitted inside of the residences at any time. We're going to ask that once you're out of your vehicle and through the residence halls, any common spaces, that you have your mask on, worn properly at all times. you do have family or friends with you, they do need to stay outside of the residence halls at their vehicles, and they need to have a mask on as well, especially if they're outside of their cars. For any student, our resident students who are going to be returning to campus that weekend from a non-exempt state or country, please keep in mind you do need to have your negative COVID test results in hand from the United States taken within 3 days of arrival into Maine and then back onto campus. At this point, our Maine CDC is indicating only Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont are exempt states. However, as we know, things change on a regular basis. So we're going to ask that you check your email. This is for all of our resident students, the weeks of January 4th and 11th in particular, and then probably again the day before you're planned to return to campus. Make sure you're staying up to date on any potential changes to our process in regards to Maine CDC changes. We're going to do our best to respond in a timely manner in event that we need to make some decisions for the health and safety of our campus based on any potential changes from the Maine CDC or campus guidelines. So watch your emails, stay in touch with Thomas. Our site is up to date for you on our COVID site, and any email that may change any plans we've had will be sent to you via email the weeks of either January 4th or 11th or before you return as we know it. So for those students, again, from a non-exempt state or travel from a non-exempt state or country, when you get close to campus, we're going to ask that you call safety and security as you get close and let them know that you're returning from a non-exempt state. They're going to go ahead then and direct you to your next spot to be cleared and screened. You do need to have your negative test results in hand, so come prepared for that. For those who do not have negative test results available to them, unfortunately, we're not able to have you on campus at that point. You need to contact either my office or the Office of Student Affairs to make some alternate arrangements for your arrival. You're going to need to have some plans to be tested in the United States within those 3 days, have those negative test results, so that may hinder your return if you don't have those. So plan ahead, make some arrangements for testing so that you are all set to return on the day and time that you're scheduling. And you need to do that probably sooner rather than later, so you're going to be ready to go to return. Once again, same as our students coming from an exempt state, once you're cleared and tested, you're going to get that wristband. You're going to be cleared to come back into housing at that point. You're going to go to your residence halls as previously explained, get checked in with your Res Life team member, and then you can go head to your room. Same policies will apply in terms of guests, masks, and our expectations of all of our residents once you return. Just a quick reminder for all of our residents, and this actually applies to our commuter students as well, all students, that per our COVID travel policies, if you do plan to travel to a non-exempt state at any point during the break, even if it's only for a weekend, you do need to inform me of your plans before you travel. Simple email will do it, and that will declare your intent to travel. We do need to have that per your Terrier Pledge on record. And again, once we have that, I'll make note and we can update our files as well. If you're traveling for any time, just to remember, once you're back in the state of Maine, planning to come back to campus, per Maine CDC, you need to have a negative COVID test within 72 hours of returning. And those test results do need to be in hand. So just to plan accordingly, if your plans change during break, no problem, shoot me an email and we'll work with you in terms of what that means for your return. I know I mentioned this earlier, but just to reiterate again, if you do not have a negative test result in your hands and you've traveled to a non-exempt state before planning to return to campus, you need to understand that unfortunately there are not accommodations on campus. You do need to find a way to get a test before arriving in the state of Maine and on campus. So if you've traveled to a non-exempt state, our Maine CDC is indicating that you need to have a test taken with a negative result within 72 hours of returning. If you have questions on testing or what that means for you, by all means, you can outreach to me via email. I'll try to get you the answers that you need. The other person that's a great resource for you is Lauren Cody, who's our testing coordinator. I was chatting with Tommy the other day and taking a look again at what the CDC is recommending for travel. We want you to have a great break. We want you to be safe. We want you to be healthy. Tommy was letting me know, just to remind you, please wear a mask when you're in public settings over break, when you're at events or gatherings. Hopefully those are nice, small, intimate ones for you as the holidays are right around the corner. Anytime you're going to be around anybody outside of your immediate household, wear a mask. Be safe. Be like Tommy. We want you to avoid close contact. Try to stay that 6-foot distance. That's roughly 2 arms length away from anyone not in your household. Wash your hands, soap and water, 20 seconds. Always have that little bottle of hand sanitizer with you if that helps and you don't have access to soap and water. Try to avoid contact with anybody who's sick over break, and as always, avoid touching your face mask, your eyes, nose, and mouth. Always wash your hands. Tommy's a smart terrier for sure. And lastly, on behalf of all of us in Residential Life and Housing, your resident assistant team that you can see below, myself, the folks in Student Affairs, we wish you all the very best for safe travels, a happy and healthy holiday season, a really great New Year's. We are excited to welcome you back in January. Already looking forward to doing that. Plan now for that return so you are ready to go, and your spring semester will be a great one. Have a great holiday to all of you, and if you ever have any questions, don't ever hesitate to outreach. All the best.